I'm Jake Baldino. Welcome to the Friday Gaming News Show. Just kidding, this is probably the most awful and annoying thing you've ever seen or heard in your life. April Fools. With that being said, let's get started off this week talking about April Fools stuff. The best thing I've seen is from CD Projekt Red and The Witcher 3. They released a developer diary documentary about the making of Roach the horse, and it was kind of awesome because they totally acknowledged the fact that he's a glitchy mess. It's definitely worth a watch. CD Projekt Red is definitely one of the cooler developers out there right now, so I really appreciated that. And I might be blowing it all right in the beginning here, but the thing I'm most excited about this week is an apparent, maybe, rumor about Shadow of Mordor 2. The leak is one of those small little LinkedIn error leaks that you can't always really go off of, but apparently this motion capture actress who is famous for doing a lot of video games and blur cinematics has listed on her resume Shadow of Mordor 2 doing blur cinematics. And you know, if this is fake or if this is a typo or a mistake, I don't care because I need more Shadow of Mordor. That was such a good freaking game. Maybe it's just me. It was one of my favorites the year it released. Am I crazy? But I fucking love that game so much. Honestly, if there is a Shadow of Mordor 2, I'll take more of the same. Maybe just a little bit more of a bigger and fleshed out story. But I really kind of hope they keep the whole Celebrimbor thing because I like just fucking suffer me now. I love that. And of course, this wouldn't be a video game news show without some Call of Duty news. Okay, hang on a sec though. The new Call of Duty is rumored to take place in space. Now, we've had Call of Duty games kind of in space a little bit before, but apparently this is going full-on sci-fi with two warring space factions. And you know what? I am all about it. I really hope it's good though. I really hope it takes a unique spin. It's not like a generic copy Me Too sci-fi. I really hope they find their own thing here and develop like maybe a sci-fi space universe. That could be really cool, and it could be just great to see a new Call of Duty game where you go, what is that? Think about that though. Think about how freaking cool that would be, especially for people, you know, like me and like some of you guys who are just sick of Call of Duty the same year after year. This could finally be different enough. And I think we're in like a weird, exciting time right now. I know we're all just going off of rumors and stuff, but with the fact of Battlefield apparently being in World War I and Call of Duty being set in space, I think things are more exciting than ever. I'm also a glass half full type of guy, so take that for what it is. Now, this next one is a crazy story that I absolutely love. I linked it down below as well as everything else I talk about this week, but this is a vid from Vinesauce, a streamer, let's player who got into an old, abandoned, creepy MMO called Active World. This is just a big, empty server world that he got into, and he was rooting around in it, and it's very creepy. It's just a weird environment. But not only that, he encountered one random player that was just hanging out in this place, and it is so goddamn creepy. This video is totally worth a watch. Final Fantasy 15 is finally getting its time in the sun with an official release date of September this year. And that's great because we're finally seeing this game after like 7 years. It's kind of funny because GameSpot accidentally actually leaked it early. Oops. Good job, you dinguses. But what we got from this big Final Fantasy 15 event live stream thing was a really exciting new trailer and a new demo. I played the demo. I don't think it's as good as the first demo that we were able to play. But in terms of it being very Final Fantasy, and as a Final Fantasy fan, I am all about it. The combat, however, I think is a little rough around the edges. What do you guys think, though? Is that just me? I know it's a demo, so it's early, but I know the game is releasing in September. But there are elements about it I really like, and I'm just really excited. I know it can't live up to the hype of the fact that this game has been worked on since forever, but a guy can dream. I'll just take anything Final Fantasy. And speaking of cool-ass games, check this out that we stumbled across. Tokyo 42. This is a top-down kind of original GTA 1 style game that's like open-world crime shooting, and it looks amazing. It's hard to get people excited about certain indie games, and we don't talk about them that much, but this one's really cool. And something I did not expect is an interview with David Hayter, the original voice actor of Solid Snake, with Game Informer, and oh boy, this is a drama alert. A drama alert? So in this interview, David Hayter goes on to explain that he didn't even find out about Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain even being a thing until he found out that he wasn't going to be the voice of Snake. Not only that, but he also reveals that Kojima really didn't want to keep him around as the voice of Snake, which I think is crazy considering the voice actor for Snake in Japan has been the same since forever. But apparently with Metal Gear Solid 3 rolling around, he actually had to re-audition for the role. Hideo Kojima was actually trying to get Kurt Russell to be the voice of Big Boss, which makes sense considering the influences of Big Boss. But Kurt Russell didn't go for it, and Kojima kind of just had to resort to David Hayter, which is just really disappointing. It kind of seems like there's some bad blood between the two. David Hayter doesn't actually sound like he's very fond of Kojima, and that breaks my fucking heart, honestly. And I will say, like, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, the weakest link was the fact that David Hayter wasn't in it. That's just me, though. I'm just a butthurt fanboy. And I should have reported on this earlier when it was announced, but now it's finally getting a release window. Rocket League is getting a basketball mode. They announced that Rocket League Hoops is going to be a thing in the game in April with a map called Dunk Halves. I feel like there's a Space Jam reference that belongs in this video. But that is awesome. I think that's like one of the best things they could have added to Rocket League. But as a big fan of Rocket League, but someone who also admits that they completely suck and their aerial game is awful, I have no business playing this because you have to be really good at aerial shots to even stand a chance in this mode. I am looking forward to watching people on YouTube, though, be really good at it. And since every once in a while at this show I like to talk about cool tech I stumble upon, check out this PC gaming specific projector. Acer announced this high definition gaming projector. The thing costs freaking $5,000. Acer says this is apparently designed specifically for gaming and it doesn't use a mirror style projection. It actually uses this advanced laser diode lamp. And this thing is supposed to have some top-notch projection performance, and I think that's awesome. Projectors are sweet, but I don't think I would ever buy one for $5,000. I can dream. Who's gonna buy that? I don't even know. Oh, and public service announcement. Right now, Dead Space is available for free as backwards compatible on Xbox One. So if you want to play one of the best and last good survival horror games ever, now is the fucking time to do it. And in a story I find really interesting, Tech Radar talked about an inside source they had saying that Grand Theft Auto apparently was going to be set in Tokyo. Around the time of making Grand Theft Auto 3 in Vice City, Rockstar had actually apparently scouted Tokyo intensely with plans of making a game taking place there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because the road systems were just way too complicated. If you guys have played Sleeping Dogs, you know what I'm talking about. And ultimately, the Hauser brothers just felt like it was so foreign that they couldn't get a feel for the culture enough to represent it in the game, and they ultimately decided to keep the games in America and about American culture. Apparently, according to this report, in December 2003, Take-Two Interactive filed trademarks for Grand Theft Auto Tokyo, Grand Theft Auto Bogota, and Grand Theft Auto Sin City. It's always fun to just look at and hear about what could have been. This apparent source talking to Tech Radar also revealed that they are in the preliminary stages of making Grand Theft Auto 6. Hooray! Are you guys surprised? Is this like a big surprise that Rockstar is making a follow-up to one of the best-selling games ever? No, it should not surprise you at all. But what you should know is that this is very early in the early stages, and apparently they haven't even settled on a location yet. So this is very, very pre-production. I think first we're gonna see the next Red Dead game. I really hope to God that we do. But it's nice to just get a little whisper of the future. And also, I'm really excited about this video because apparently I'm like one of the only people that really like the Order 1886. But that awesome YouTuber guy Colin Furs, who just makes and does awesome shit, he made a thermite launcher that is pretty reminiscent of the gun from 1886. It's a little different in functionality, but it's just so cool to watch this. Also, if you guys haven't already, you can check out my channel. I promise I don't dress like this. I talk about whatever I want over there. I just made a video about Daredevil Season 2, Batman v Superman, and I'm putting a review of Quantum Break up next week. So maybe check it out if you haven't already. That would be cool. But you guys know the deal. Every week we do a free game giveaway. There's a link below. You click to sign up. You sign up once. You're entered forever. And every week I go in, I pick one random winner to win a free game of their choice. This week's winner is... Congratulations! You won a free game, and this is the second week in a row I did that all in one take. I'm really proud of myself. We have a lot of exciting stories to talk about this week, guys. Grand Theft Auto 6, what do you expect? Final Fantasy 15, do you think it's actually going to be good? And are you hoping, as much as I am, that Shadow of Mordor 2 is a thing? Lots of AAA talk this week, but I want to talk about it with you guys down in the comments below, as well as on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all those places. Also, did you guys come across any good April Fool's stories? I think this year IGN did like a Netflix Star Wars Darth Maul show thing. They usually do better stuff than that. I was a little unimpressed. But let me know if you guys found any other cool April Fool's stories. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. You watching and clicking the like button really helps me do goofy, stupid shit here. And if this is your first time here, number one, yikes. But if it is, subscribing is a good idea because we put out videos every single day. And I'm here every Friday. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me. 90s themed pizza. Pizza from the 90s. What did pizza from the 90s taste like? It's probably better. Actually, it was probably, honestly, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut was in its prime in the 90s. Pizza Hut owned and dominated the pizza market.